Name's Brian Grimchuk. I work for Road Scholars and I am a restoration specialist. I just finished restoring both of these 75 turbos. Grew up kind of idolizing these kind of cars, so it's kind of cool, full circle. Building the models when I was a kid and now I'm building the real thing. Both cars, I guess, were in pretty rough shape when we first received them. Over the years, they were converted into race cars, so they had a lot of added on stuff that needed to be actually removed because it was welded on. I believe one car had a roll cage and had a bunch of suspension upgrades to it. So it was hard to source old suspension parts because they only had sports suspension in that year. For the early cars, it was hard to find truly date stamped items, which I got lucky on a lot of this stuff. Rob at DC Automotive allowed me to go through his cars just to see the way the oversprays and undercoating was installed on certain items. Most people that restore these don't restore them to the aspect like we did. We actually went to the point where we were recreating brush strokes into the undercoating around certain items in places where you normally wouldn't see it or nobody would even notice it. But we went that extra step and put those kind of accents back into the car to make them as period correct as possible. The 75 930s were the first year for the turbos. It was more of a prototype car more than anything because it had a lot of oddity options. The Salmon one was very rare. It had some very odd things to it that were different from most 75 turbos. Came with factory whale tail delete. It also came with a fiberglass front lip per customer request for that year, which is extremely rare. It only came on one car. The car also came with gold wheels, which was an option on it. Definitely an odd color combination at the time. They also had red carpet installed into this car and had the black removed. It also was debadged for tax purposes when it was delivered, which was pretty odd back in the day. But it is a 911T instead of a turbo.
Between the two cars, you know, which one?
Which was my favorite, or which one I prefer?
Can you even say there's one that's your favorite or not?
No, probably. I think my favorite's going to be the next one. The next car that we have coming in line is a very rare car. It's going to be a matte black turbo, which is in the 75 is the only one produced matte black, which to my knowledge, I never even knew Porsche made that color. So a matte black car on a Porsche is going to be very interesting to do.